I loved your be prepared. Anything else that you want to leave the audience with that is not just to get them hopeful, but again, anything actionable, practical, what comes to mind? One thing you can tell them besides be prepared, because you already said that.
I don't know if it's an actionable thing, but it's more of a
Anything, Maribel.
philosophy or so I would say that maintaining resilience. I think that it's hard. It's hard to job search. It's a job in itself, as we all know, right? To look for a job and so or your next opportunity. But I think that maintaining resilience, because you're not going to get, sometimes you won't get that first job you interviewed for, you won't make it past the second round. It's okay, you just got to keep going and learning from what that interview did teach you, and that if you just keep the course, that you'll land what you want, but you just need to be very just very focused and maintain resilience. I think that's, especially in this environment that we are in right now in this world. It's bad enough, we have to deal with this pandemic. We're all working from home. There's maybe not the positions that you're looking for. It's just maintaining resilience was what I would say.
Well, you mentioned it earlier for me, and I see candidates make this mistake all the time, is showing interest and exuding interest in the job. It's vulnerability is what that is.
Yeah.
Underneath that interest is, I've got to really want this. I've got to communicate that I really want this, but I've got to really want this, which, oh, by the way, is loaded with rejection management, which
Right.
is resilience. So my question, and this could be, again, you can anonymize it any way you would like, personal or that you've been witness to, what's the most interesting interview experience that you've
Yay! I love this.
seen or been a part of?
Timestamp it.
Or you've heard about it. It's okay if you want to use my friends.
Well, okay, so this is early on in my career, and this is, again, you learn from kind of those things. When I was at the agency, and a big thing when you worked for a recruiting agency was really wining and dining both your client and your candidate. So you take them out to lunch, especially candidates that had a unique skill set, and you really wanted to make sure that they worked with you so that you can place them somewhere, right? So luckily I took a colleague with me, and so we had this one candidate. I don't even remember the skill set it was that they had, but I was like, okay, we need to make sure we develop a relationship with this candidate. So I brought another colleague with me, and we took them to a nice lunch, and it was probably one of the most awkward moments. And I think me now probably would have addressed it differently then. But as we were having lunch, or right before we were having lunch, he decides that he's going to pull his teeth out and put them on the table.
No.
And at that point, I was young. I was new. I was like, what do I do? How do I react? I mean, what do we cut this lunch short? What do I do? And so
what did you do?
Reserved me I looked at him, I looked at my colleague, and then I looked at his teeth, and then he realized that what he did was just inappropriate. And I think it was like a bridge or something, but it was like, it was a nice restaurant, and I was like, okay, how do I address this? But I probably, the person now, I probably would have been like, this is probably not appropriate. You should probably put your teeth away. But I didn't say anything at that point. And then he did it just by the looks. But I will never forget that. And it's a story I tell over and over, because I was like, how do you react to that? And
soft foods. I'm going there.
Yeah.
Soft foods. Jello. Man wants Jello. Pudding. Getting pudding.
I don't know what.
Jello.
He was
mashed potatoes.
Super eccentric and had a skill set, and I was like, okay, what do I do with this? And I don't think I ever placed him. I just was like, right, yeah, I was like,
that was great.